Hello and welcome to my spiritual sanctuary. My name is Sandra. Welcome back. I know it's been a while since we've been together and I apologize for being gone. However, I've been undergoing a lot of healing. I've been in a hermit mode. So I've been going through a lot of transformation as I know a lot of other people are as well. We have a lot of planetary influences that are happening, as well as life situations. There's just a lot of craziness out there, and I know because I've been getting emails and looking at messages on Facebook on my business page, and there's just a lot of changes happening. We're moving into 2020, and things are shaken up. So anyways, I'm back and I have a really great message for everyone today on this Feng Shui Friday, which is normally what I would do on a Friday. I'm going to talk today. Oh, and I just wanted to say, if you are joining me for the first time, I just want to say welcome and thank you for joining us, and I appreciate having you, and I hope you'll come back. And if this is your second, third, fourth time, you've been here before, then welcome back. Glad to have you. So please like, share, and subscribe below as well, okay, so that you can continue to get my videos and support my channel, my spiritual sanctuary. I would really appreciate it so I can bring these messages as they come to me, to you, okay? So what I wanted to just go over, like I do every Feng Shui Friday, is the planetary influences that are affecting us. And I just want to say happy Friday the 13th, everyone. And whether that's a good luck day for you or a bad luck day, well, there's never any bad luck, right? So hope your whole day is just moving forward smoothly for you on the 13th, this Friday. Now, the planetary influences that we're under, we have the full moon in Gemini that was just a couple of days ago, and then the 12/12 portal opening. So huge energy shifts taking place right now in the universe, and boy, am I feeling it. I'm, getting downloads of messages, and that's why I'm here with you today, because I'm being guided by Spirit to come back and share these messages as I'm experiencing things in my life that are, going to help the general public out there with their challenges and things that come up to help you to better your life and ascend to a higher level. Ascension is one of the things that I teach. I'm on a constant ascension path, always looking to ascend, grow, and evolve, as well as anybody that comes in my path. If you know me, you know that's what I'm all about. So I'm here to help today ascend the planet to a higher level, because that in turn helps all of us grow, evolve, and be better people, so that we can support each other on our path of healing, okay? And so the 12/12 portal opening was an opportunity to release, okay, and to let the light in. So on the 12th, which was yesterday, I hope everybody felt that energy shift, and if you didn't, then you just know that it's going to happen over time. The shift occurs. Just notice what your body is feeling, and if you're feeling uncomfortable, just know that the energy is shifting, okay? And it has to do with those planetary aspects, as well as the ones coming up, which would be the new moon on December 26th, the day after Christmas, the new moon in Capricorn, and also at the same time we'll be experiencing the solar eclipse on the 26th. We have another eclipse coming up. The solar eclipse is always a big one because it lasts for 6 months, the effects of it, and maybe even longer. But we're already feeling the effects of that energy. So coupled with all of that, that's why we're experiencing all the energy shifts that we're feeling right now, and the universe is asking us to step up, grow, and evolve. And that's what we're here to do. So help the planet become a better place to live for all of us and have peace in our lives. It's what we all want: peace, love, joy, bliss, all of those wonderful things, not the lower vibrations. which can sometimes take over with the ego mind. And that's something we need to try to shift and change as we're moving forward. And I'm on a constant journey for that, and I'm going to share with you today what I've learned over the last month since we've met, okay? So also this week, because the sun and the moon are going to align with Jupiter, the planet of growth, there's going to be abundance and good luck coming up because Jupiter is trining Uranus. So Uranus is the planet of instant change. It's not the norm, it is the exceptions and sudden change. So just know that's coming up on the 26th as well. So we're going through all these planetary shifts as we're moving into 2020, okay? And then, of course, 2020 is when everybody's going to step into their path of why you're here and evolve and grow in that direction. We're all being placed where we need to be for that 2020, and then also asked to step into our destiny, our purpose, and a lot of twin flame relationships are coming into union in 2020. So of course that always means shifting our energies into a higher vibration so that we can come together for the purpose that we were intended to come to this planet to achieve, okay? So we're going to look at today, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Ascension Path and what I've experienced over the course of the last month. I've been doing a lot of releasing myself, and with the 12-12 portal is allowing us to look at what needs to go so that we don't keep experiencing these karmic cycles, okay? So the karma may be coming to the surface to be healed, so you may be experiencing some of that. I don't know. I know I am. Releasing a lot of karmic patterns that I've had and recognizing them and letting them go. I'm also coming into alignment with truths, spiritual truths, not man-made truths. So that's what I'm going to share with you today, is that I had a huge breakthrough about a week ago, and led to me leaving a position that I was doing, a contract, and letting that go because it was no longer in alignment with my spiritual truth. And I knew I couldn't continue, even though I know financially it would be probably hard. But you know, we have to do what we have to do. We have to live in our truth. If we don't, we tend to go into that lower vibration, and then we're not going to attract those things into our lives that we want: abundance, joy, love, and all that, okay? So it's important that we release all those things that are no longer working and serving us in our life and allowing the new to flow in. Now, if you are experiencing the lower energy vibrations for the this new moon coming up on the 26th of December, and also the solar eclipse, quartz, the smoky quartz, is the crystal that you want to hold and meditate with and have it in your energy field. This will help to release all of the negativity, negative vibrations, and help realign your chakra systems so that you can come back into alignment with your heart, okay? Smoky quartz. It's also for grounding and anchoring. So when you are feeling angry or just fluttered, anxious, you have anxiety, you know, at this time of year, the holidays, that can happen, you know. This will ground and anchor you, the energy of the smoky quartz. So I would suggest, you know, if you have a store near you, a metaphysical store, you can go online and purchase these. That would be my suggestion. The tarot card, because I do the tarot card, is the Two of Pentacles. And in the Two of Pentacles, and let me just get that here, and I'll show you what the card looks like. As you can see, it is a man juggling two things, one below and one above. And that can actually, the representation of that is the, you know, the yin and the yang, the choices that you're going to be making. If you also notice, it's the infinity symbol 8. So whatever you decide, that whatever path you're going to take, just know that that's part of your destiny. That's your eternal choice that you must live with, and there's of course consequences to each choice. So the Two of Pentacles is the card, the tarot card for this new moon on the 26th and the solar eclipse, okay? So just know that you may have a choice between two paths that you're taking. And of course you always want to pick the higher road, okay? The one that's in vibration, the higher vibrations and not the lower vibrations. So just if you would like a reading, I mean, each person is individual, and your questions and your circumstances, but I'm available if you would like. All my information is below, okay? Now, this new moon is in Capricorn. That's all about business, commerce, that kind of thing. So you may be feeling like you want to, we all at the beginning of the year, let's plan out our year, let's get everything in line as far as our businesses. If you're an entrepreneur or business owner, let's make plans if you are moving into a new job, new relationships, new marriage, or having kids. So business and commerce seems to be the theme of the Capricorn New Moon, okay? So just so that you know that. Now, what came up for me was I had to leave a contract position that I was doing. I sell health insurance in my day job. And I just want to remind everybody that open enrollment for health insurance ends on the 15th. So if you're going to go ahead and get the Obamacare, the major medical plans, don't wait. Go ahead and go to the marketplace. It's healthcare.gov. And that for California, it's coveredcalifornia.com, okay? So just a little side note there for everybody, because we want to make sure everybody's protected. Now, the Ascension Path, a little bit about what I had decided. Now, with the situation that I was under, I was being told by superiors to do a certain act with my job, and I was not in alignment with what their values were not in alignment with what my spiritual truths were, because I had decided that what they were saying was going way against what I had been taught by my master teachers, who were my spiritual teachers that I had followed for the last 25 years, and I knew what the results that they were achieving and the lives they were living. And I knew that if I had followed the other path, the lower path, the lower one, that it would have led to lower vibrational feelings and things that would have showed up in my life that wouldn't have been beneficial. So I didn't know what to do. I was at that crossroads, like we most oftentimes are. Do I follow my inner truth, or do I just go along with what people are saying, man-made laws, okay? And this is in the sales profession especially. I don't know if anybody is in the sales profession, but there is a real push to grind and work hard, and it's just a lot of the way they look at things were not in alignment with the way I had been taught by my spiritual teachers. So I went through my oracle, the Tao Te Ching, the I Ching, which you've heard me talk about that, and I asked a question: what do I do? What is the highest good? And boy, I got my answer, but I want to share it with everybody too, because this is part of the ascension process that is going to help maybe somebody out there, okay, make a decision in their life. So what it said was, the will, when aligned with your inner truth, becomes your strength, resisting the ego by saying the inner no. And if you're friends with me on Facebook, you'll know I just posted something saying, no is a complete sentence. You don't have to explain yourself. No. And I knew that's what I had to say. No, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. If something doesn't feel right, you have to say no. You cannot compromise those inner senses. Will is easily influenced through our words. And the words that they wanted me to say were deceiving, and it wasn't in alignment with my truth. I didn't feel comfortable doing that. And I knew that what they were asking me to do was it was going to create havoc in my world. And I always look to peace, and I think all of us, that's what we want, right? Love and peace and joy in our life. And I knew that this path was not going to lead to that. So the will that's separated from the feeling consciousness of your inner senses takes away your common sense. So if somebody is telling you, you need to do this because this is the way it's done, and that doesn't feel right in your heart, it's not common sense, okay? It's not common sense. So what happens is, along with it, the common sense to allow transformation does not occur. It's stagnancy. So when I began to realize this and what I wanted for myself in my life, I realized that no, I could not go forward with this. So this can also occur through training, okay? And in there they said that they gave the example of when somebody's training to be a police officer and they walk into those shoes initially, they are trained to shoot guns at inanimate objects, like stuffed people and stuffed animals, so that they just keep shooting. And so therefore, after a while, if they do it long enough, they're not going to feel anything. They're just going through the motions, and they just totally disconnect from their feeling. So trainings, whether that's in a job or whether it's, a training for anything, you have to be in alignment with it. Otherwise, if you're not, it's going to compromise the feeling part of you, and your common sense is going to go out the window. The results are not going to be what you want them to be in the end. And you can achieve, one of the things they said is, you can achieve anything if you put enough work into it, if you do the hard work, okay? The steps the sage want us to know is that once your will is aligned with your feelings, that becomes strength. And then you can achieve anything. And then the helpers from the spiritual world, God, the divine, comes in to help, because you're adding that piece into your desired result. But if you're just working off of your pure ego, because that's what they told me to do, if I work hard enough, and no pain, no gain, and I just got to keep going and going, it doesn't matter what I feel, eventually I won't feel anything. No, I'm sorry, that's not the way to operate in this world, not the world we're heading to, okay? So that was huge for me, because I realized that I was compromising my inner thoughts, my inner feeling, because it wasn't feeling in alignment with the way I believed. I knew that if I just lined up my feelings in my heart with my desired results, and I let it go, and I let the divine take over, and I will have whatever I need. And that's so I decided to operate in that dimension and have peace in my life. Okay, so that's the steps the sage wants us to take is constancy with no pressure, okay? Allowing it to happen with consistency. Being consistent, but being in alignment on every single level. That is where the miracles come from. That is where the miracles come from, not from the hard work, not just pounding and pounding until you don't feel anymore. No, that's not it. So that was huge. That was really huge for me, and I have more to say about that. I'm just going to leave it there because we're already at 20 minutes right there. So if you're experiencing a relationship or a position and you want some coaching, some spiritual coaching, I definitely am available to help you with that, because I know this was key for me, key to making decision. And I know that now things are starting to come back into my life where if I had done that, those things would not be showing up, that were in alignment with my total truth, my spiritual truth, who I am totally inside. Now, my spiritual gifts are opening up, and I think for everybody in the planet, they're opening up. And it's important that we know how to tap into those gifts so that we can receive the guidance so we know how to move forward. So another situation that is just recent, I've been releasing everything. I just released in a relationship. And the universe came in and just stopped it. Okay, and I knew it was time. Mostly because it was unhealthy, and it made me realize a lot of things about my karmic patterns that I needed to release, and what I needed to do as far as moving forward. Okay, now what I want to talk about a little bit is being an empath and watching who you surround yourself with. And this is not to judge anybody. It's just that an empath feels everything, and there's 3 different types of empaths, but I'm not going to go into all of that. I'm just going to say that I absorb the energy from the people around me. And so do you if you're an empath. So you have to really be careful who you surround yourself with and what vibration you want to live your life at, because it can take you down very easily. And that leads me to energy vampires. So you have to watch out for people, places, and things around you that may be taking energy from you and not giving it back, okay? Because that's really important. And that's what I'm going to go into in my next video. I'm going to be talking about all of the aspects. I've been doing a running list of different circumstances in my life that are red flags to watch out for. So I'm going to share that in my next video. Watch that. But what I do want to say is, at this holiday season where we're with family, friends, people that we're surrounding ourselves with, that, there's a lot of triggers, there's a lot of karmic people around us and soulmates and all different types of people around us. So what I want to leave you with today is just a few things to remember, that you do have a choice of who you surround yourself with, whether that be family, friends, or anybody in your job. So just know that if you're experiencing any problems, you can just remove yourself from that, and remember that no is a complete sentence. Okay? You don't have to explain yourself, you just know. Okay? So another thing I wanted to say is love yourself. Okay? Love yourself enough to give yourself what you want. Once you're clear on what that is, then you'll know how to fill in the gaps. And don't be afraid to walk away from people, places, or things that are not in alignment with your values, because otherwise you're going to compromise and you will not be in alignment for those things that are ready to come in for you. Okay? Now, again, we're all going through some, karmic cycles to release. So there's different ceremonies that you can do. One of them is a cord cutting ceremony, and that is very beneficial for removing people from your life and cutting the cords, the energetic cords that connect you to all of these different places. If you're an empath, you'll know what I mean. Okay. Cord cutting ceremonies, meditation, prayer, moving your body, whether that be yoga, exercise, and eating right is your best policy for this holiday season. So look for my next videos. I'll be talking more about these messages that are coming up for me as I'm studying more and delving into my own life and applying it. As you know, I walk between the two worlds, and I bring in the divine guidance to share with you so that you know how to help yourself when the time comes you need to walk into maybe an adversity situation. The holidays are a time when everybody's under a tremendous amount of stress, and I know that these will be helpful for you. So I'm going to leave you with that today, my friends, and welcome to Feng Shui Friday again, and I will be back on the 5th. I will be doing the weekly soul element readings starting this Monday. So look for those for next week. It's your energy influences for the week, and I will be doing card readings for you to kind of give you an update of what the messages are from Spirit for that week ahead. Okay, so look for those next week, and then happy holidays. I hope everybody's doing well, and I thank you for joining me today. Now, have a wonderful couple of days until I see you again next week, and namaste, my friends.